So we left Dead Horse Point State Park today and we are driving to Capitol Reef, and we have hit a little bit of rain. But if you look out at the mud and the muck, the land, since this is such arid land and high desert land, when it rains it just kind of turns to muck. Not a lot of vegetation. I can understand why flash flooding would be a real serious problem in some of the canyons out here. If you look out the front, we're looking at some blue skies up ahead, so we're hoping to get out of this rain soon. Here are Beast and Belle set up at Fruita Campground at Capitol Reef National Park. We have a beautiful backdrop of the rocks behind us. Here's the side of the campground. Pretty nice campground. Nice sights. We have no electricity here, and there are short generator hours from 8 to 10 in the morning and from 6 to 8 in the evening. Puts us So this is Loop A of the campground. Up here you have both potable water, so you can fill your tanks, and a dump station. There are no generators allowed in Loop A or Loop B, except during the winter months, because Loop C, which is the loop where you can have generators, is closed during the winter. You can see it's a shady campground. Lots of trees by the campsites, because even though we're in a desert area, we are close to a river, the Fremont River, which is why the town of Fruita was first settled by the Mormons. The Mormons came down from Salt Lake City and established fruit groves, orchards, and irrigated them using ditches from the Fremont River, which are still in use today. Now we're walking through Loop B, sort of two continuous loops. All of the sites are back in. There are some tent sites also up here in this little corral area. And then you can cross over a little bridge and get to Loop C. There is parking for the walk-in tent sites. There is a bathhouse where you have toilets and a dishwashing sink, which is potable water and is to be used for gray water disposal. People, now there is an example right there of one of the little orchards. Off of Loop C, there is also an amphitheater, and the amphitheater has programs, mostly in the afternoon, in the morning, sometimes in the evening during the season. Today's program was going to be on pronghorn antelope. We went to one on geology. It's the park rangers who give the programs, and they get to choose what they want to give a program about. So we had a very nice program given by a park ranger on the geology of the different layers that you find here in Capitol Reef National Park. So we come down here to the bathhouse. And it's a little rustic, a little dated, but clean. And I wash dishes in the sink. It's cold water, but you get some soap and you're good. Basic. They do have electricity in the bathhouse, so if you have a hairdryer or you need some kind of electric toothbrush charging or something like that, you can plug in. Down that little path is the amphitheater. So we're taking the trail through the chestnut orchard. Yeah. This orchard belongs to the chestnut family until 1962. And we're going to pick up the Fremont River Trail. The Fremont River Trail is a mile-long, easy trail that walks down, I think, to the visitor center. It's a beautiful afternoon. The sun is pretty brutal. We are at a higher elevation than we're used to. But in the shade, there's a breeze, and it's quite comfortable. You can see this is a pretty easy little walking path, more or less. We'll see if it changes when we get up here past the campgrounds. This is Loop C campground, and we're going to pass Loop B and Loop A. And it looks to us like there's bamboo growing here on the side of the path. And on the other side of all of this vegetation is the Fremont River. Is this bamboo?
What?
This plant right
This
here.
is willow or adder. This is willow or adder, and that is a.
It's what they make baskets out of.
That's what they make baskets out of.
What about this?
Yeah, that's a native that they make the baskets out of.
This
you know
is.
those. And I only say that
GoPro.
because I read that
Turn
in the
off.
visitor center.
Oh, Mike read that in the visitor center. He's talking like he knows what he's talking about. I get it.
Willow? No, this is willow, which they also use. But the reed baskets, this is just a native reed. I can't remember what they called it. But.
So right off of Loop B here, you get a good look at the Fremont River. The Fremont River was modified by the Mormons when they came down here and settled in the town of Fruita. They built these step dams so that they could set up irrigation for the orchards that they planted, which are still in use today. When we come up here, we're going to come up to the Gifford House. Mike and Liz were nice enough to buy us some pie at the Gifford House. The Gifford House is famous for stocking the local pie. So we have 2 little mini pies. Very excited to have that. One's peach, one is strawberry rhubarb. People line up at 9 o'clock in the morning to get their pie. You can also buy firewood here. And there is a little museum and a little store. And we're going to pick up the trail this way. Since we're really not walking in the woods on any of these trails, in the afternoon it's going to be in the sun. Some of the trails, especially the ones up on the bluffs, have a lot of exposure and no shade and no respite from the hot sun. So you need to be careful if you are hiking as to what time of the day you go, and you need to take a hat and take lots of water. In fact, there are many signs along the trails that say carry water, because the last thing they want is to have to go rescue.